All right, guys, so in this box, I have 8 watches that I bought from Amazon, all varying prices. We've got, I think the lowest price watch is a $7 watch, and then the highest price watch I think is a $400 watch, which is in this red box right here. I've wanted to make this video for a while. I just think that, you know, we see all this content about all these crazy watches, you know, Rolexes, APs, Richard Milles, whatever it is. We see that content everywhere, but not many people are talking about this, you know, this lower end stuff. So but yeah, I just wanted to make a video going through these from cheapest to most expensive. I think some of them are actually kind of cool. You probably noticed that we are not in my office. I actually rented this really cool Airbnb. At times I wish for this job that I got out and did more. So we're forcing it, we're making it happen. Let me give you guys a quick little tour. Okay, so you actually come up a bunch of stairs. There's even more stairs that are lower than this, but we'll just forget about those. Come up, you've got the kitchen right here. This is really cool kitchen. I just love the old school vibe of it. I love the natural light that it has. I love wood countertops. Yeah, it just gives you that like cabin vibe. Oh yeah, I did sign the guest book right here. It's actually just a dictionary and you pick a word. I picked the word, can you guys read that? Parmesan. I don't know, that's the word I picked. I really like that guest book idea though. So if you run an Airbnb, that's a pretty cool idea. Okay, heading into the main part of this space. Right away, you can see the awesome A-frame kind of style. We've got a dining area over here, books and stuff, a cool globe. We've got some couches, some chairs. This is where I'm actually gonna unbox all those watches, which let's do a watch check. I'm wearing my new clear G-Shock. I've ran into some G-Shock haters recently. I don't know, I just love that I don't have to worry about this watch. We've got a nice wood-burning stove. Out here's a little porch. The cool thing about this space is that it is not in the middle of like nowhere. It looks like it would be on a lake or something. But when you go out here, you can see that we're in the city. I don't know, that's what I found really cool about this place and I want it. Okay, next up we got a bed right here. We've got a little desk area. That chest set back there is actually pretty sweet. We've got another bed. We've got skylights right above all this. And then to our left, we've got this ladder. I went up here once already. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. Well, here, I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so up the ladder. Okay, you guys can kind of see. But back there, you've got another bed. So 3 beds in total in this space. I don't know if I'd sleep in this one. There's not much headroom. Last up, this is the bathroom. Here we go, pretty basic bathroom. But yeah, that is this space. Now let's get to these watches. All right, let's just sit down right here. I don't know, I kind of like this as the backdrop. I think it looks cool. We got our boxes, or we have our box of watches right here. I have this camera set up too, so hopefully you guys can see the watches up close. Yeah, let's get right to it. So we're gonna go from cheapest to most expensive. I just kind of want to go through them. You can skip through it as you want. Let's get started. So first off, let me see here. We have, let's see. Okay, it is an $8 watch on Amazon. Like, I think it was the cheapest watch that I could find. Yeah, like $8. Like, I don't know what you can expect at that price point, but we're about to find out. So comes in this little yellow envelope, no box or anything, and you open that up and it comes in this plastic sleeve. Yeah, so I mean, $8 again, you're not gonna get pristine luxury packaging or anything like that. Open up this watch. You can see it is green kind of in color. I don't think it is a real leather band. It has kind of this world design on it, which is kind of cool, I guess. I thought that the plane here was gonna move as you like, or as time went. Unfortunately, it does not. It's just got a simple crown right here. I'm sure just some random quartz movement. One thing that I'm looking at now is that the image on the background is actually blurry, so that's kind of funny. $8, like, so yeah, there's a close-up view of the watch. The back, not much going on there. It says mini world on it. Not sure what that's all about. The buckle too is also pretty thin. I feel like I could literally bend it. Kind of looks cool, and it might tell time. Who knows? Yeah, so that is the cheapest that I could find watch on Amazon at the time of filming this. As for reviews on this watch, they're kind of funny. So this person said definitely a great value for the price. It's easy to read, accurate, and I'm about to order another one. So someone was actually pretty happy with it. This is very disappointing. This watch wasn't even on my wrist yet and the strap broke. It broke soonest I took it out of the box. It lacks any quality. I understand it's a watch under $10. I still expected it to work at least for one day. Save your money, buy something that'll make you happy, not sad. Heavily inaccurate often. Yeah, that's the vibe I get from this watch. Like, I'm not sure it'll actually tell time. I think it's more so just for looks. Let's move on to our next watch, which is this $20 G-Shock wannabe. It's made by a brand called Basmu. I love that it just says sport on this box thing. Advanced technology dynamic. I don't even know what that means. Okay, We've got our operating manual, and then here is the watch. Wow. Okay, we'll zoom in on this. You can see it says Basumu. I don't know how to pronounce that. Someone correct me in the comments, but that's what it says right there. That's the brand name. The logo is, it looks like it's like an Arial font. Like it's like, I don't know. It just looks like they like slap letters on, literally. The crown is over here. That actually moves pretty smoothly. Feels kind of nice. Okay, let's see. We've got a stopwatch here. That's cool. What is this button? Oh, that's the light. I actually kind of like that there. The gold all around here looks really fake. Like it's super shiny. On the band, it says triple sensor multi-band 6 tough solar. Okay. Twin sensor. There's a lot of buzzwords on this thing. The strap feels decent, actually. Here, let's try this thing on. Can you guys hear the cops outside? They're coming for my Basumu. That is real big. I'd personally save a little bit more and buy like a used G-Shock instead of this. I think you can get a used one for like 50 bucks. Let's see what people are saying about this one. 4.1 stars, 645 ratings. That's actually a lot. Okay, this person said good looking, good running. Bought this for my husband. He has a very wide wrist. It fits great. He likes it a lot. It's lightweight. He does remove it when he showers or swims. He wears it whether he is casual or dressed up. A good buy for the price. This person said keep looking. The hour, minute, and second hand cannot be seen in the dark. Pushing the light button does not illuminate them. It does illuminate the tiny circles that show the day and date. They are not easy to see because they are tiny. You can get blah, 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 blah. Basically, they just have trouble seeing the numbers and stuff in the dark. This person said that the watch dug into their skin. Yeah, kind of mixed reviews. I think, like, again, I would personally save up for a G-Shock if you're looking for this style watch. And again, this is a $20 watch on Amazon. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is where things start getting a little bit interesting, at least in my opinion. So this is actually like a $30 watch on Amazon. It's funny because they like copied the Tag. How do you pronounce that? Tag Heuer? Tag Heuer? Tag Heuer. Maybe it's Tag Heuer. I don't know. They definitely copied that logo for sure. Sandstone. Okay. Let's open this up. And this is kind of like an AP lookalike. Feels really nice right out of the box, actually. Like the weight of it is good. Strap feels nice. Let's zoom in. So this watch still has a quartz movement. Most of these watches, it doesn't say much online about the actual movements. Let's see, we can adjust the time. Okay, we've got a little date window too that we can adjust. That's cool. Okay, this is a stopwatch button, so we can start it. Maybe you can see it ticking, but that one's ticking right now. So we can stop it by clicking that again, and then we hit this to reset it. Seems to work. This over here is just a 24-hour clock. This watch looks pretty cool. Let's try it on. It is kind of big. Like I'm all the way almost to like the smallest size. Kind of like how that looks, honestly. It's got this nice brushed metal finish. There are little imperfections for sure, but for 30 bucks, it's definitely not bad. I know the movement is definitely questionable, but at that price point, it seems like decent quality. Again, I'm not a watch expert. I just like checking out new ones and wearing them. Let's see what people are saying about this watch. I'm gonna guess that they're saying decent things. Okay, 4.3 stars. This person says, love it. Hey, for a cheap price, this watch is great. I kind of agree. This person left a 3-star review, but it's in a different language, so I don't know what that says. Let's see, is there a negative review? No. So 3 stars was the lowest. There's only like 12 reviews on this watch. It's not that popular yet. Quartz movement, I don't know, 30 bucks, it feels okay. Let's move on to watch number 4. Okay, so this one is probably the most unique watch that I purchased for this. We have a wood watch by a company called Bobo Bird. This case that it comes in is actually pretty cool. Let's open that up. Here is the watch right there. Okay, let's look at this stuff first. So it looks like it comes with, you could get like this necklace. You get a tool to remove links. Your instructions are down here. That's cool. Yeah, so you get some extra goodies in there as well. Here's the watch, kind of a hidden clasp here. Here is the watch. Looks pretty cool. It's not necessarily my style, but I can see how people would like this. The wood on it is actually really pretty. I just worry about it getting damaged. A lot of wood is pretty soft. Not sure what kind this is, but I could see it getting dinged up pretty bad. The movement just says quartz online, so it's just something cheap. It has the same dials as the last watch, so we've got our stopwatch second hand, stopwatch minute hand. That seems to work as it should. We've got our date down here that's really small, and then we have our 24-hour dial right there. Let's try and change that date. Okay, there we go. It's kind of hard to get to the date setting, but we got it. I don't like how small that date window is. I also don't love how the logo just kind of blends into the face of the watch. It's pretty hard to see. I think it'd be nice if it was a different color and stood out a little bit more. It's sort of a stupid thing, but I also kind of don't like how the watch sounds, if that makes sense. It's got this weird like hollow sound to it. It just makes it feel kind of cheap. I think it's just the wood, but I don't really love that. I think I'm letting my personal feelings get get in the way too much on this one though. It is a cool watch for 40 bucks. Seems well made enough. Just not my thing. Let's look at some reviews. Wow, over 4,000 ratings. This person said nice watch, nice weight. This person said beautiful, well made, wood watch, one of my favorites. So a lot of people like this watch. I get it, it is unique. So apparently I'm the weird one there. Okay, watch number 5. Now we get to look at our first automatic watch. This one is like $50 to $70 on Amazon. It says Goot wristwatch on the box. I'm not actually sure of the actual brand. Pretty confusing online, but let's take a look. Okay, we've got our instruction manual. That's great. Got some foam, and then here is the watch. Okay, this definitely looks like a step up. So we can wind this up. We can set the time with the crown. Seems to work nice. I really do like that skeletonized look to it. Really, really cool. Let's see, on the back it says stainless steel H2212 automatic, water resistant. I probably wouldn't trust it in the water. Let's try one more thing here. Oh yeah, okay. So this top window up here has like the sun and the moon, and that changes as the time changes. That's actually pretty sweet. I think some really high-end watches have a feature like that. I don't know, correct? Watch experts, chime in here. So I'm looking at the page. It doesn't look like we know anything about the movement besides that it's automatic. So it's a little questionable about how long this will last. It's pretty quiet. I mean, I can hear it when I put it up to my ear. This would be a cool watch to wear if you were going out. It also has these fake diamonds around the outside. Let's see, genuine leather strap. Feels nice. The buckle seems pretty good. On the back, you can see inside the watch too, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't see any markings on that movement. Let's try this on. It's definitely a step up from our previous watches. Comfy. There we go. Looks pretty cool. I feel like it fits the vibe of where we are today. One more thing about this watch is that we have this additional region time dial. So you just turn the dial the other way, and that's how you can set that. Then once you have that set, you can set your other time or your primary time to what you want. I like that. The strap is pretty big, so if you have a smaller wrist like me, you're probably gonna be way up at these top 1 or 2 holes, or you might need a different band. Let's see what people are saying about this one. Amazing, the watch works according to your heartbeat. It's so cool. Got this as a gift. It's beautiful. My son loves it. Looks really good. It's a great watch. Will definitely catch eyes. It does, however, break down on the first day, but you just have to crank it up like it says on the user manual. Overall, very positive reviews. I'm sure some people, the movement does go out because there's some random movement in there. Who knows what it is, but it is a good looking watch. All right, watch number 6. So this one is a $90 Amazon watch. It's by this brand called Olevs. They have a ton of watches on Amazon. We've got our paperwork and our cleaning cloth. We've got a link changer or link remover, and then here is our watch. This is definitely a Rolex like Submariner copy. It's got a bunch of plastic on it, so let's get that off. I suppose that helps keep it protected when it's being shipped. Okay, so we finally got out of the plastic, and my battery died while we were doing that, so good timing, I guess. But like I was saying, this is kind of like a Rolex copy. Comes in a much nicer box than our previous watches. The instructions don't have like a bunch of typos. Yeah, I mean, you're getting a little bit more here. The watch feels pretty nice. These links are kind of loose feeling. The finish is also not quite as nice as like a real Rolex, obviously, but it's definitely not like terrible. Let's see, online it says 21 jewel automatic movement, but not much more information than that. It's actually transparent on the back, and we can see that it says Olevs on the movement there. It says water resistant, automatic movement. It feels like one of those fake Rolexes you buy in a big city. Does the bezel rotate? Okay, I like that. How about our date window? Let's get a close-up of that. Our date does change, so that is good. According to what I'm seeing online, it does have lume on the hands, which is nice if you're trying to read time in the dark. I'm definitely more of like a phone clock kind of guy. Like I just pull out my phone, but some people love that. Yeah, if you're looking for that diver Submariner type of look, but don't want to spend thousands of dollars, something like this could work. In my opinion, it kind of comes down to the movement and how long that'll actually last, because if it only lasts like a couple months, it's not really worth it even if it is cheaper. I know that these cheaper movements can definitely be finicky, so it is a risk, but just looks wise, I can kind of dig it. There it is on the wrist. This is making me want a Rolex. Let's look at the reviews of this one. Okay, only 8 reviews, so not many people have bought this watch. This person said decent, but not great. This person said nice looking watch with a few caveats. Overall, this is a very nice looking watch with a few issues that impact usability. The watch is well built and is durable enough to be worn daily. I've worn it for days straight and have only have minor scratches on the band, no visible scratches on the crystal. It keeps time fairly accurate, and over the course of a week, it has only lost a minute, blah, blah, blah. The first issue he added with the watch is that the power reserve doesn't last more than 1.5 days after taking it off. For 90 bucks, I think if you love that look, it's an option. There are better watches for like $300-400 that look pretty similar, but if you have to have it ASAP and you only have like $100 to spend, sure, I can see why someone would buy it. Watch number 7, almost to the end here, folks. Okay, so we actually have another Olevs watch. This is one that I was super excited about getting. So we've got the same box as last time. We've got our paperwork up here. I saw this watch on Amazon and I was like, wow, that's sweet. Like I just love the navy face that it has. Obviously it's skeletonized too. It's kind of a thicker watch, so I don't know how it's gonna sit on the wrist, but looks wise, I just kind of fell in love with it. So this watch sells for around $140 on Amazon. It's got an automatic movement, has those same fake diamonds that we saw in that previous watch, but it also has, and maybe the other one did too, that sun to moon part of the dial. It's a little gimmicky, but I think it's cool. On this watch, we have a day of the week dial. We've got our day of the month dial, and then down here it's just skeletonized so you can see through. On the back, it's transparent, just like some of the other watches. Real leather strap, nice thick buckle. Just based on feel, it feels like the highest quality watch that we've looked at. Honestly, if I saw this from a distance, I'd probably think it's a much more expensive watch than it actually is. The watch experts out there are gonna be like, bro, are you serious? But I mean, it does look pretty nice to someone that's not super invested into this watch world. Like, I like watches, but I'm not like out in public seeing a watch on somebody's wrist and being like, that's a Rolex 285557. I will say that the metal polish on all these cheaper watches isn't perfect. Like, on most of these watches that have metal on them, there are small little scratches and imperfections on all of them, and that's straight out of the box. For $140, I think this is a pretty sweet watch. I know the watch experts are gonna say like there's a bunch of watches, you know, that maybe don't look as flashy or whatever, but they'll last you much longer. That is a fair point, I completely agree. But for someone looking for something that's kind of, you know, blingy, this is pretty sweet. My only worry is that, again, the movement, because it is this Olev's branded movement that we really know nothing about, is only gonna last like under a year. I also worry about the finish scratching off or turning your wrist like green. I know that happens. But yeah, let's look at reviews of this guy. So 48 ratings, 4.4 stars, great hubby B-Day gift. Love the look of the watch. Its appearance is high quality. I agree. A great gift. My husband loved it, gave it to him as a birthday gift. It's a beautiful watch, definitely worth buying. Cool watch, but one of the hands fell off. Watch looks and feels awesome, but I wore it like 3 times and one of the hands fell off. No clue how. Maybe thinking it's faulty or on the cheaper side of things. Overall, people like it. It'd be interesting to like reach out to the people that bought it like 2 years ago and see if they're still able to wear it or if it broke. But with Amazon, it's hard to really find that out. Okay, on to our last and final watch. Okay, so our last watch is this $400 SAR Bomba. I actually made a short video on this watch already. This is kind of the watch that inspired me to make this whole video. I remember it popped up in my Amazon feed and I was like, what? So this is a $400 Richard Mille lookalike. The box is fine, but it's just cardboard. For 400 bucks, I thought you'd get something a little bit nicer. Paperwork feels nice in quality. It's definitely a step up from what we've been seeing on the other watches. Here's the watch itself, and you can see it's actually pretty cool looking. It's got this carbon fiber and stainless steel case, sapphire crystal. For the movement online, it just says it's a Japanese movement. I'd guess some sort of Miyota movement. I know I looked that up when I did that other video, but I forget what it was. The crown feels really substantial. It moves nice and smooth. I'm pretty sure a lot of these gears you're seeing on the front don't actually really do anything. They're really just for looks. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. On the back, you can see the actual movement. Okay, it does say Miyota Japan, 21 jewels. So at least a better or more well-known movement than our previous watches. This watch is just so big and loud. Not really something I'd wear, but let's try it on. Strap feels good. It's like that matte finish kind of silicone or rubber or whatever. For its size, it's actually pretty comfortable. I mean, you guys judge if this is worth 400 bucks. I'm guessing resale isn't great on any of these watches. I like the carbon fiber though. The movement is a little bit nicer, but it's still just an RM wannabe. Like, they're just ripping off a design pretty much and making a cheaper version. I think you only buy a watch like this if you love that RM look but don't have that kind of money, or you have that kind of money and could buy a real one but wouldn't want to wear it around and risk it getting stolen or damaged. I fall into neither of those groups. So yeah, mixed feelings on this. Let's see what the people say. Okay, over 200 reviews. This person said RM on a budget. If you don't care about the name or brand of RM but love the way the watch looks and feels, save the 300K and buy this. Feels great on the wrist, looks fantastic. I'll definitely get other models to add to my watch collection. If you're trying to make this an investment on flip, don't waste your time, but if you enjoy fun, nice looking pieces without having to worry about brand labels, buy it basically. Watch looked fantastic, looks great as advertised. Really no negative reviews. Okay, here's 3 stars. Apparently they don't have much quality control. The clasp lock is backwards. So maybe some little quality control issues, but overall the people that buy these seem to like them. Out of all these watches, I think this watch is the one that I want to hear your guys' comments on. It's definitely a decently made piece. I don't know. All right guys, so those are all the watches. Put them all in this nice box. I think there are some very clear positives and negatives to these watches. Aesthetically, a lot of them look pretty cool, but we really don't know much about what's going on the inside. Some of the big brands, even the less expensive ones like Timex or Fossil, they've been around a while, have this sort of built up reputation. You more so know what you're going to get. That being said, if you don't care about brands and want some watches that look like more expensive watches, these could be for you. Not everyone has $10,000 to drop on a watch. These less expensive options are nice because you don't have to worry about them quite as much. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to drop a like and sub if you haven't. We'll see you next time. Peace.